hope you take it the wrong way. An Amazon wish list. Let's see what's on your Amazon wish list. She's very beautiful. Books. Novels. Oh my god. A drawing thing. Katana. An Apple Watch. A Dyson Supersonic Nose Plunger. Google Nest Learning Thermostat. Ooh. Do you get sleepy? Are you just starting your show? She's like just waking up right now. She's like, I'm just waking up right now. Kung. Kumbaya. So, Travel Warrior, maybe she's doing it again. I just accepted you now. Look, connecting. Oh, wow.
I'm not European. I'm American.
I don't know anything about you, so you have to kind of just like give it to us.
Okay. I travel the world for work. I'm the international director for an educational technology company. I'm a career educator. So I'm in countries all over Europe, Asia, Middle East, but I live in Portugal in the Algarve. It's so really cute. I don't like this picture at all. But
Portugal, and it's what?
In the Algarve, in Lagos, and it's actually quite reasonably priced, probably much cheaper than Canada, much better weather than Canada.
Yeah, but you can't just show up there. Like, oh, sure.
It's easy. It's so easy. You need $1,000 residual income or digital nomad, and you can get approved in 60 days. Very simple. And you can move there. It's really easy. But there's gorgeous areas. It's very open. There's a lot of land, so there's a lot of opportunity to develop and build things. But there's certain laws in Portugal that there's certain land that cannot be developed, and it's all based on the population. They only release enough land for the number of people in the country at the time. But there's a housing shortage, so there's a lot of need for building and things like that. So ask me a question. You're the host, not me.
So you travel the world.
I do. I'm in Istanbul right now. I told you that the earthquake while I was on watching you at 12:51 yesterday. That was pretty crazy. I'm on the 24th floor of a Marriott suite that is completely glass, surrounded by glass. So that was wild to be in an earthquake in a place like this. But no damage, no casualties. My TV's not working, but I'm not a big TV watcher. But Marriott takes care of me because I spent 130 days in Marriott's last year. 135 days. So anytime I check in, they upgrade me to whatever they wanted to put me in the presidential suite, but it was too big. Perks. But before this, I was in Georgia. I just posted a bunch of pictures from Georgia. If you haven't been to Georgia, it's amazing. It's a tiny little country, 3 million people. I'm hopefully working a contract with the government there right now. So I may be back quite a bit, which I'm excited about because it's gorgeous. I've got another bunch of pictures I'm going to post pretty soon because that's all interior. It was a really cool restaurant we went to, had an interior waterfall. Food was amazing. My hosts are great when I go, so I get fed well, unfortunately. And before that, I was in Switzerland and I was in Basel. This is just this trip. And before that, I was in Stuttgart. Sprichst du Deutsch? Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Ja, no, sprechen Deutsch, so Germany.
Yeah, that's the only language I speak because I lived there for 3 years. So I lived in Portugal, or I lived in Germany for 3 years. Then I moved to Qatar, and I lived in the Middle East for 6 years. Love the Middle East. For the women that are on your show, if they want to travel somewhere safe, go to the Middle East. I know it's kind of an oxymoron, but Doha's amazing. It's so safe. I was treated like a princess. I would walk into a room, and somebody would come over and say, "What do you need?" And I would never wait in a line. I was never. I was getting my criminal investigation paperwork to leave the country because I had to get that to go into Portugal. And I walked in, there was probably a sea of 500 men in this, and I was the only woman. And the chief of police came over, walked over to me, and he said, "How can I help you?" And I said, "I need this document." He goes, "Here," stamped it. He goes, "Saeed, you take her over, you get her taken care of, and then you escort her out to her car." And that is how I was always treated there. I was treated like a queen. Last time I was there, I go about 4 times a year. So I was at the St. Regis, and I was with a friend of mine, and he gave me his keys to his car, and he said, "Go get the car from the valet, I'll be right out." So I walked out. These 3 beautiful men the one guy grabbed my car keys as I was holding them in my hand, and he looked at me, winked, handed them to the valet, and he said, "You will get her car first." There was at least 60 people waiting around. And next thing I know, my car was in front. But that's norm there. I had another time, I was in the grocery store, and I have a daughter who, at that time, she was about 10. We went out, and she loves cars. So there was a brand new Ferrari in the parking lot, and this young man, probably 20 years old, got out of the Ferrari, and my daughter is looking like this at the car, and he said, "Oh, your daughter likes my car," and I said, "Yes, she loves cars," and he hands me his keys to the Ferrari. Didn't have a license plate on it yet, and he said, "Please take it for a drive." I go, "Excuse me? Can't just give me the keys to your car." No. Take your daughter. She wants to see the car. Take it for a drive. So we got in the car, drove around the parking lot, brought it back. I could have taken it for an hour. And he says to me when I got back, he goes, Why you come back so fast?" And he walked in. I mean, and, didn't ask for my phone number. Wasn't a pickup.
Where? This is where?
This is in Qatar. This is
where
the
else
way.
have you gone? Where else have you gone?
Dubai. I'm in Dubai all the time. Abu Dhabi. Last time there's a video on my TikTok. I was in UAE. I drove 1,400 kilometers around UAE. So safe.
You're going around the schools?
I go around to schools. What I do is I support teachers. I do professional development training in science and math. I'm a big nerd, is what I am.
Cool.
I am an absolute nerd.
So what's missing?
In my life? Time. A partner. I'll be honest. But I don't have a lot of time. And that's part of the problem is I travel all the time. Now, I did meet a quite nice looking Spanish man 2 nights ago, and that was fun, but he's now gone back to Madrid. But, which is, it's not too far, but it was just a thing, so. It's a fun thing.
What was it? Tell us about it. Let's get into detail about this fun thing.
No, I was sitting up in the lounge, working on my computer, and he stood up. He was also working on his computer, stood up, very good-looking guy. And he left. And then he came back like 15 minutes later with his phone number on a card. And he said, I'm going to the gym for 30 minutes. Here's my phone number. And then he left. And he was in his gym clothes when he came back. So he came up and had wine, and, you know, the rest is history. So that was fun. But, you know, you just don't get attached to people. And it's sometimes better not to get attached. Sometimes fun not to be able to just move on. So.
How old was he?
It's probably, I don't know. To be honest, I found out later because he texted me. He just texted me today to say that he was leaving. And yesterday he went, and Turkey is the capital to get like hair for men, so the hair plugs for men. And so he said he looked like he had a healthy head of hair to me, but yeah, you shave yours though.
I love having the bald head.
I know, it's nice. I have no problem with bald. I think it's actually quite sexy, but that's another story. So he was here for a touch-up, I guess, on his hair, and so that's what he told me yesterday. He said he was, because I asked him if he heard or if he felt the earthquake, and he said he was under anesthesia when the earthquake happened. And when he woke up, they were like panicked, running all over the clinic. One lady was hiding under a desk, and he said, I had no idea what was going on. It was really strange. So I don't know. I think he was in his 40s, early 40s, maybe. Doesn't matter. Age is a number. I don't have a problem with age.
You don't know how old are you?
Never gonna tell you.
Okay.
Old enough to know better.
And where in the States are you from, like approximate?
Arizona.
Arizona. And you've been traveling like this forever? Yeah, tell me.
I left in 2013.
So you've been traveling around for 10 years, 12
No,
years?
I left in 2013 and moved to Germany for 3 years to work at a school, to be in the administration of an international school there. And loved it. Had so much fun in Germany with all the festivals. In fact, some of my closest friends are still there, including my physical therapist. He's quite good looking. Saw him when I was in Germany. I sound horrible. I'm the biggest whore, but it's not true. But nothing happened in Germany. But I lived in Germany for 3 years, worked there, traveled all over Europe, and then moved to Qatar. I was the director of a large foundation there for gifted education. So my specialty, I taught at the university as well. My specialty is the very brilliant children, what to do with these kids that just don't fit within the school environment, and how do you support them appropriately. So I worked in Qatar with some of the king's children and some of the really high ups, and just had a great time, and traveled all over the East then, to Thailand, to Korea, Sri Lanka, India. Where else have I been? Maldives. Maldives are gorgeous. I went to the Maldives during COVID. I also went to Russia. I spoke at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum in Russia the day after Putin did. That was my claim to fame. I was on a panel about education in Qatar with some of the higher ups from different organizations there. And then I spoke at the Milan Youth for Climate Change Conference in Milan. I was invited to speak at that. I spoke in India at a gifted conference. So I get all over the world. I'm here because I'm speaking at a large educational technology conference on Saturday. So hopefully nobody's watching that I'm going to meet on Saturday. Nobody's watching this because I just exposed a lot of secrets. So I have to put my professional hat on when I go on Saturday. So
You're fun.
so come to the Algarve. I'll show you around. I'm telling you, it is now the hotbed for Americans, Canadians, people from the UK, Ireland. Everybody's escaping their countries, and they're coming to Portugal because it's cheap. The minimum wage in Portugal is $1,000 a month, by the way, 1,000 euros a month. I got in when I moved to Portugal 3 years ago, I got in under a tax regime, so I only paid 10% tax for the first 10 years that I'm living there. So it's very, very inexpensive for me. That tax regime is no longer available, but there's other things that are available. But, if you're looking for a partner, I'm looking for something. So
Did you make content?
I come from a theatrical background, so my sister's a professional actress. So it kind of runs in the family. We're not afraid of cameras. We're not afraid to be on stage. We're not afraid to talk to people.
I want to make movies. Take photographs for sure.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, I'll send you pictures, but you need to. I can't on TikTok. I can't send you pictures on TikTok. But when I get back,
I'm interested in this. So there was a dude in Istanbul that.
Oh, what? It was a fling. It was a one-time thing.
That was literally like a day or two ago. How long ago was this?
Day before yesterday.
So tell us about it. You said he was good. Wasn't good?
Yeah. There's a lot of stamina there. He was very good. Yeah. And he had to actually left to go make a business call. He owns retail stores in Madrid. Several different retail stores in Madrid that are popular in Europe. Your clientele probably wouldn't know it, but Madrid's like 6 hours away. I don't know if I want somebody that close, to be honest. I don't know if it was that, I don't, it was a one-time thing. I don't know.
He said he called you.
Yes, he has texted me several times since then. So it hasn't been, he's very nice. He's very good looking guy. I've been single so long that it's just weird for me to even think about a relationship, to be honest. I know it's weird, but I travel.
How about the last? Okay, that was the last guy that you already got this cut off. Now, is this like a normal thing? Tell me about the last time.
No, I haven't cut him off.
How about the guy before him?
The guy before him. Let's see. Oh, yes. He was really young, though. He was way too young. And we're friends. We talk all the time.
Portuguese?
No, he's Arab. No, I haven't. I'm never in Portugal, to be honest.
Was it a relationship with the younger guy?
Okay, you want another story? This is a very good story. So my daughter took tennis lessons when she was like 7 or 8. And in Qatar, really handsome tennis coach from Tunisia, actually. And his name was, I'm not going to say his name, that wouldn't be nice. Really good looking guy, obviously spent a lot of time in the gym. And he would always kind of look and be, he didn't really talk to me, but he would always, give me a look and that type of thing. And then my daughter, COVID happened, and so tennis stopped, and we didn't do any of that kind of stuff. So this was like 6-7 years ago. So I showed up in a school to do a professional development training for the school on science and inquiry. And so I'm standing in front, and all of a sudden, the PE department comes in and sits down. There's no reason for the PE department to be in there for my presentation. I'm presenting before math teachers and science teachers. And he and his buddies sit right in front of me. And I knew him. I knew it was him. So I finished the whole thing, and I tend to pick on people. And so I started picking on him and asking him questions because he was there. And you could tell he was kind of irritated with me. And so I finished, and all of the teachers are talking to me, and they left. And he comes up to me and he hands me his phone. He said, "I know you." And I said, "Yes, you do." He said, "I was Anna's tennis coach, my daughter." I go, "Yes, you were." And he said, "Put your phone number in my phone." I don't know why I did it, because this is not something I normally would do. But I did. And the rest was history.
When was this?
That was probably 2 years ago.
So and it's been going on since?
Well, we talk. I mean, yes, we talk. And I talked to him last week, I think.
When was the last time you saw him?
Well, we talked online. I mean, we video talked. But last time I physically saw him was shortly after, probably about a year ago. But he's too young. He's too involved in his little world. It's just not he's a nice person. He's a really nice guy. I've helped him with write his, are you falling asleep on me? I've helped him write his, I helped him write his resume, redo his resume, because he was looking for a job in a different position at a different school. And so I revamped his entire resume and helped him write a really nice cover letter. I got him some really good interviews, but I can't sit in the job with him. So why am I telling you these things? That's what I want to know.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it's like therapy.
Oh, is it?
There's 117 people on here that are listening.
I think it's just the tip of the iceberg, baby.
Oh, it probably is. I'm trying to not share anything that I shouldn't be.
Do you have a story? What's the story in general? I mean, I can go back next guy. What's going on?
No, I think we should stop right
Well,
there.
I just wonder, is because this young guy, what's going on? Why was the young guy an option? What was with the guy before him?
Guy before him was probably 50, older. So, yeah, just boring life.
Relationships? Because these are relationships. These are your guys, right?
Yeah, it was just boring. It was, I don't know. I'm a little bit of a wild child, and I don't settle down well. I'm also really hot-headed. I am not somebody that you want to piss off. And I seriously don't get along with a lot of people because of that. I mean, I get along with people, but in relationships, I have struggled in relationships because I'm very stubborn. And I fight back. And a lot of men don't like it when you fight back. The other thing a lot of men don't like is they don't like intelligent women. They don't want somebody who's going to stand up to them and put them in their place. I question everything. Nothing to me is black and white. There's always gray. And so I think oftentimes it's having someone who is willing to have a thoughtful conversation is hard for some men. So I've not found anybody, at least in the last 20 years, that I feel like really can handle me. Obviously, I've had a relationship with somebody longer term. I have a daughter. She's 17. But I'm not easy, I think. And I like that about myself. And I don't settle.
So have you ever settled?
I mean, I've been married. I was married.
Ooh. When was the
Oh
divorce?
no.
How did that work? There's a divorce? Was that so it wasn't the 50-year-old guy that you just talked about?
No, I was married to a guy who was a model for a very short period of time. Oh, this is digging deep. This is my the father of my daughter, and he had a lot of issues. So that didn't last very long. But we did get married, and we got married with it was it was probably not my best choice in life, but I got my daughter, so I have no regrets because my daughter is amazing. And so I did file for divorce. It was very short lived. He didn't show up to the court hearing. And so the judge asked me, what do you want? And I said, only thing I want is full custody of my daughter. And so he said, okay. And he signed off on it. And so my daughter and I have been traveling the world ever since. Because she was about 2 when that happened. And he's never wanted to have anything to do with her. So it kind of worked. So she's amazing. She's going to boarding school in the UK and brilliant child. And just having the time of her life. So, yeah, so it's worked.
And you're in Istanbul.
And I'm in Istanbul, hoping there's not another earthquake.
Oh, wow. Your life sounds fun. It's the 17-year-old. I mean, so she's pretty independent.
Yeah,
Where do you
she's
guys meet?
great.
Where do you guys meet?
I fly to London all the time. I mean, it's 2 hours to London, 3 hours to London from where I live. And so I will fly up to London and take the train into Bath, and we hang out. And she loves Lagos in the summer because she lives on the beach. And so she's got a bunch of friends there. And so she'll come back in July. And, at this age, she's almost 18. So she hangs out. Her boyfriend's flying down from Sheffield in July as well. They're going to a concert, and he'll stay with us for a couple of weeks. My plan is to stay in Portugal for the summer, but we'll see what happens. I may have to go back to the States because I do have family there as well. So
Yeah, everyone loves Istanbul, I guess. So Istanbul's fun right now, but you're working and you get paid to travel.
I do.
You never go back to the States anymore. You're working for some international corporation.
No, I work for a U.S. company. I'm in the States usually December and January, because I go for Christmas to stay with, to visit family and things, and then our international meeting or our national meeting is in the end of January, and so I'm usually there for December, January, and then I go back. Usually I go back in the summer, but my immigration documents have to be renewed this year. And so I don't have the appointments yet. I need to get the appointments made. That'll probably be in June or July. I have one of my best friends is having her 25th marriage anniversary party in LA in August. So I may go to the States in August. So, but I prefer, we're looking at our next destination. My daughter and I going to either Santorini, or we were talking about Greece earlier, but we live at the place everybody else in the world comes to for the summer. So it's hard to leave in the summer. It's rainy in February and January, February.
I get it. All right. And there's no boyfriend there?
No boyfriend. I don't have time there, and I don't really.
Whatever. Oh my God, you don't have time. You met some dude at the restaurant at the hotel.
Well, he approached me. I didn't approach him. So
I'm guessing you were giving him some eyes. You know how to pick a man up. Oh my God, like Jesus.
I am completely innocent.
You are not innocent whatsoever. And fuck. So you just had some random recent encounter. That's new for you. Other than that, you don't do that?
Never.
And so what's going on? Like, that's interesting. I want to know what phase of life are you going through? There's a phase you must be going through.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to enjoy life is what I am.
I'm not trying to I'm not trying to criticize. I'm wondering what's happening? You can't be the only one going through this. I bet you there's people
Yeah.
who as well go through a moment like,
To be honest, I feel like I'm going through the best phase of my life. I feel very confident. I know I look good. When I walk in a room, people look. I will tell you that. I go to the gym. I take care of myself. I feel really good about myself right now. It's probably the first time I've had confidence in a long, long time. I think I settled in the past because I didn't have confidence. And, I was kind of the nerd in high school, and in college, I kind of did my thing. And so I don't know, I'm just feeling really, really empowered at this point. And when you feel empowered, you don't feel like you need other people to validate you. And so I feel really good. I'm financially secure. I own 2 houses. I have one in Arizona and one in Portugal. And so, I've done well. I've invested well. I'm going to get like 40 people inboxing me after this, because I was in your live for 5 minutes and I get 25 inbox messages.
there's catfish, there's pretend guys pretending to be me. Be
Oh
careful.
my God, no, they're all over me. Don't worry. I delete, block, delete, block, delete, block.
I got guys who are like, sometimes they convince people I don't know and they come talk. I'm like, no, leave me alone, people. Don't get caught up in the fakers.
Yeah, I've had so, there's another guy that I follow that I talk to once in a while, and he has thousands of people trying to be him. We've kind of had this, we've banded together where I've sent him the profiles of all these people that request me. And he got a guy that had 20,000 followers that was not him, blocked by TikTok. And TikTok doesn't block a lot of people. TikTok has not been very good. When I report somebody, I stopped reporting, because when I report somebody, they send a message back and say, we don't see anything wrong with this. We don't understand why you're trying to block this person, because they're trying to be someone they're not, but they don't care. But this guy must have a connection or something, because he was able to get a lot of these blocked, which is interesting. So we'll see. But no, it's unfortunate, because there's a lot of really good people on TikTok. I've enjoyed it. I haven't been on TikTok for only maybe 3 months. At the very most, maybe 2 or 3 months. 3 months, just because it's a way to fill space while I'm traveling. But I've enjoyed it. It's fun. It's meeting people like you and talking, like this. It's been really amazing. But you have to weed through all of the crap. There's so much crap out there. And so it's like one real person in 100 of these idiots. And so it's unfortunate, because it makes the genuine good creators look bad, actually, with some of the crap that some of these people are trying to pull.
Oh my God. So what? So you're inviting me to Portugal? That's what this is? I was like,
Sure, you can come to Portugal. You come to
but
Dubai.
you got a 17-year-old. I'm like, I'm not in a hurry to go meet some mom.
Come to Dubai. She doesn't go to Dubai. You want to go to Dubai or to Doha? I'll be there in August and September. I can tell you what my schedule is. So August and September, I'll be in Doha, Dubai. It would be a fun place for you to create content too. Abu Dhabi, and then I will fly back to Istanbul, and then I will be in The Hague. Do you know where The Hague is? In the Netherlands. Where else will I be? Oh, I'm going to Saudi Arabia. I'll be in Saudi Arabia, and then I'll be in December and January. I'll be in Arizona and Charlottesville, Virginia.
I was just in Virginia.
Why?
It's a complex world.
I
Just
know.
like you. Why are you going to Saudi Arabia?
I'm going to Saudi Arabia because I have to teach.
You're gonna
Teach.
teach there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want me to come, it sounds like I'd come. I might stop to go to Australia for a bit.
That's well, actually, if you fly to Doha, there's a direct flight from Doha to Australia. I think it's about 17 hours from Doha, but Qatar Airways is the airline you want to fly. They're amazing, and they will take care of you.
Yeah.
When I
Okay.
when I travel into Doha, I don't go through immigration. I go into a lounge and they feed me. They go and get my bags, and then they have one immigration officer in there that takes care of everything for me.
Yeah. You have some sort of fancy delivery system for yourself. How about your lover? Would your lover get that same kind of?
Yeah, actually, because I can
But you
take.
said you're difficult. You said you're a stubborn
I am
woman.
very difficult.
So a stubborn woman who has all the amenities, like all the creature comforts, like she just wants to keep somebody. What do you want to do?
Oh, I definitely don't want to keep anybody.
Like who's going to keep up with you and your
Most people can't keep up with me. Let's be
exactly
total. Most people can't keep up with me.
yeah. I mean, you picked up a guy. Do you think a regular guy, could pick up some woman at a hotel in Istanbul? I don't think so.
Yeah, the only person who's ever been able to keep up with me is my best friend, who is gay. He's a gay man, and he's fabulous because he knows how to take care of me, but he doesn't require much maintenance.
So it's maintenance.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was just being silly.
I'm wondering. No, you want it. I'm guessing then. It's not maintenance. It's something that she needs. So you're at that point. 17-year-old daughter. You're in for a maintenance. That's for sure. I like that. Maintenance. I'm just getting your feel because you're all like, you got like. I feel like, would you let me in? You got like a huge a lot of stuff. It's hard to see inside.
Yeah, I'm very complex, I guess.
Okay. Well, why are you putting up all the walls? What's behind it? Is there some sort of sweet little girl? Some sort of sweet person?
Yeah, I think so. I think somebody who's very accommodating and yeah, let's just go with that. I can't. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read. I'm probably good. I can't read all these comments. So,
Yeah, you should read them. Try reading the comments.
I don't even want to.
Do it. Optimum. Oh, look, they're being nice to you right now.
Yeah, that one is. The one before was not so sweet, not so nice. But
Complex or delusional about herself. I think she's fucking. If you know what you should do is like, I have like a pretty good little picture. You drew us a good picture, like literally your schedule till the end of the next couple months. So
end of the year? Are you kidding? I could take
so
you.
if you wanna book me in, I'll come to be like really just to check your life out, to show the ladies a perfect woman's life. I'm like, I have a perfect specimen here. She's so complex. She's not hiding anything behind an incredibly traveled. There's something here. I think you're rich and famous. Like you get to stay at the most fancy hotels. I'm like, that's cool. And then the reason that they all the dudes in the Middle East take such good care of you, it's because you're like loaded. You're working with some sort of company that's fucking hooking you up. You just told me you spent 180 days in hotels.
Yes, but I'm not paying for that. My company's paying for that.
Well,
I don't
cool.
pay for that.
Cool. Well, then but still, you're working with the company. You know what I mean? That's interesting.
Yeah,
There's got to be some control back there too. You know, I'm just jabbing at some pretty simple things here. I'm like, okay, there's got to be some control. What would happen if I showed up? You know, would I get in trouble? Who would be? You know, do you drink?
I do.
Ooh.
Not a lot. I drink a little bit. I drink red wine.
Okay. Oh, how about that night with the guy?
Did order a bottle of wine, yes.
A bottle, okay. That's interesting.
We didn't finish it. There was half was
Perfect,
left.
because he doesn't perform that well under the influence.
Oh well, there was some good performing. Let me tell you.
There's more than once. Twice?
Yeah.
Good. And you're happy.
Yeah. So no.
I got some hardcore questions next there, but I don't know if you want to answer that one. She's gorgeous. Oh no, she's fucking beautiful as hell. She's also living a fun life. She's going to Dubai. I need to go to Dubai. And I need to live. I need to be in the higher end of things, and I need to like look at like all this world properly. I don't want to look at it shitty. I need a
Yeah.
partner like that too, who's like, oh, I'm just gonna happen to be there, and I got this great.
Usually, because I stay in Marriott so much, this has nothing to do with, like, do you want to see the room I'm in right now?
Ooh, are you by yourself? Optimum.
Well,
You're in
of course
Istanbul.
I'm by myself.
No,
I'm
I'm
in
talking
Istanbul.
Optimum in the chat. She's in Dubai right now. She says,
No. Oh, okay. No,
I believe her.
this room is, I'm in the bedroom area, but it's got a couch and a chair. And then the living room area, I don't know if I can switch my,
We probably do all sorts of fun content in that kind of room.
I don't know, can I turn
You know
my
what hotels are good for?
Yeah. Okay.
You're not independent. Oh, of course not. You're so beautiful. Of course, that makes sense. You're very beautiful, Optimum. So,
And so, yeah. So you can see the bathroom. It's very nice. It's huge.
oh yeah. You get to live the life. Except it'd be cool if
And,
there's
but
a
I
dude
don't-
there, fucking just taking care of your business.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's not the case. That was a one night.
Especially remote traveling though. Just one who delivers every hour, because you're just like working from home or whenever. Do you stay home a lot
A
or?
little messy, but this is the living room area.
Good. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's like probably 1,000 square feet, 100 square meters, maybe 90 square meters.
You're gonna go for a little workout.
And
little
so it's got
corporate
a
dinner.
nice gym downstairs. That's the next step. I'm going to go to the gym and then go to the spa, and we'll see. But no, I don't pay for this. Somebody else pays for this.
Cool.
The company pays for this.
I'm down. You want to sneak me in there so I could stay and make vlogs while you're working? I'll do it.
Yeah, I do.
Sounds cool. Like, I mean,
don't
travel
mind
the world.
sleeping on the
If you're
couch?
bored, you can manifest. I'm manifesting dreams. I want to travel quick. No strings attached. I don't know. I'm a little scared of your little one night stand though. I want to ask all sorts of questions. I'm like,
That was the first time I've done that, to be honest, in a very long time.
well, then you still have to, you're still processing if that's the first time in a long time.
That was fun. I mean, you take life for what it is, right? You don't, if you internalize and really, I don't know how to say this, but you can't take yourself too seriously in that sense. You take life one at a time, one day at a time. If happens today happens today.
This is new for you. This is your new attitude. You're new to this. You're new. You're going through something. You just had a one night stand. You're on some guy's live. It's 30 days into TikTok. She's been on TikTok for 3 months or something. I downloaded TikTok. You're going to tell your daughter, I downloaded TikTok and changed my life. I'm going to meet a TikToker in Dubai.
She'd be so embarrassed. This would not be her thing. So yeah, this is, I need to be very, very incognito. My daughter.
Oh, you are not being incognito, Village.
I know, I'm not.
Just so you know, this is not incognito. I got a kid though. He's never seen it. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit.
He's a boy. A girl is mortified.
I don't know. It's a new world. It's a new world. And this is where girls belong. I really think this is a girl's world. So I mean, mortified maybe. And then imagine you understand how to use this medium properly. You're all techno fucking super in education. I'm going to ask you about that, but maybe on another day.
Yeah, that's fine. We can. Education or technology is the future. I mean, you can't deny it. And I get it all the time from teachers. Oh, AI, and I teach them how to use AI to enhance what they're doing, not to prevent it. And they will block students and say, no, they can't do this, instead of enhancing what they do. But that's for another time.
Okay, well, I want to learn about the enhancements because I'm enhancing too. And I just think that it's like, oh, how do we like copy paste more?
Well, and at the end of the day, we need to be critical thinkers. We need to be agile in our thoughts, in our abilities, in how we move. And no longer is basic content. You don't need to memorize all of the presidents of the United States and what years they were president, because that's on your phone. You can Google that. And the older generation doesn't understand that, and they don't understand the way that the education systems are moving, because it's it's complex. It's beyond what a lot of people, the 50 plus, 60 plus age groups, can really understand.
Nice.
But,
And we
yeah,
live in
but
that world, and I'm talking to like 40, 50-year-old women here who are figuring out how to get laid in today's world.
I feel like you're pointing fingers at this point.
I don't know how old you are.
And I'm not going to tell you. You know, I have a
Exactly.
17-year-old. So.
Yeah. My kid's 19, almost.
19.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think everybody should travel. I think traveling is the thing that allows you to really understand culture.
Yeah,
And
no, I think everyone should get laid. I love that. All of a sudden, she's like, "Fucking, let's talk about traveling." Is the thing to understand culture. I let you talk a lot. I was having fun with you.
yes.
You went hard, and now you're like, I'm gonna now at work. I'm at work now, and now she's at work. She's not giving us any of the juice.
Oh, you're fun. I've enjoyed finding you and listening to you. It's been very fun.
Oh, I got you. I got
I
you. I
have
like
to
that. I like that
say,
because you're a fancy pants, and I got you.
yeah, and I have to say your taste in music is impeccable. So,
I'm not gonna tell you the secrets then.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's that's really what drew me in was the music.
When did you get drawn in?
Just listening to some of the music that you played, you know,
Oh, okay. In the last like 30 minutes was different than
yeah. And you said, I mean, it's what time is it there?
3:30
Yeah, see, it's 12:30 here,
in the
so
morning at night.
12:30 in the afternoon.
Yo, I want to go to the Middle East. Stay in touch. Be like somebody who stays in touch with me, and then tell us your stories. I know. I have a feeling this is what could happen. I mean, you met some random guy.
I
That's
did.
interesting. That's super
He
interesting.
did text me before he left to go to the
Yeah,
airport.
well, there's that. Yeah,
Before he got on his plane, so I don't know
it
if
feels
that's
kind of safer depending on what kind of sex there was. You know what I mean? It's like there's a safety thing, right? You're like, okay, because I feel like one night stands are so much weight. I know you don't think so at the moment. Like, no, life is. But I'm the different. I'm a guy. I'm a guy. So the mature man is like kind of like, man, I've now moved and embarked in another bar journey. I can't do one night stands as well.
yeah, it's not the norm for me, but it was. You know, the only person I've told besides you and all of these other people that are on here, 120 some people, so now I have told a lot of people, is my best friend because that is the.
And he was stoked.
He was
Yeah.
excited. Yes,
I'm
'cause-
excited for you too. Honestly, I'm not being critical.
yeah.
This is
He's-
where we're excited for you. I'm just wondering, it's your first one. Like your story doesn't have kind of like
in a long time.
I feel like you just hit the tennis ball back now, and it's gonna come back because like you know you've done something you really wanted to do. I could tell you're doing what stuff you really want to do.
Well,
What's the
yeah.
feedback gonna come? Is it like how long does a loop
Can I-
last?
can I
Does it
be-
get better?
Yeah, can I be raw? It's the first time I've had sex in like I don't know how many years. So, because that's not what I normally do. I don't. So, to be honest, it was kind of euphoric in a lot of ways because I haven't done that in a long time. Oh no! Now you're processing. Your psychology hat is going on.
How many years?
Enough. Let's just put it that way. A number of years.
No, I think that's incredible. I think you made the right choice.
Yeah.
I just think that we know there is. I want to know as we move forward because there's a lot of people who aren't. I got a woman in here who's like, she just said she hasn't had sex in 13 years or something. So, and like you know, she's telling us, and I'm not sure if you've seen her in the chat. She's in there. I'm not going to point her out, but and I'm like, yo, go on Tinder, and look, we're on a video call right now. You know, we're getting to know each other, and it's high quality, right? You get to know somebody, and if it was a different situation, I could draw out even more information. You could draw information out of me. And I'm like, and she's like afraid. She's like, Tinder scares me. And I'm like, but Tinder's like finding a place to do a conversation like this with somebody, which is so safe.
Yes, this is safe. I think what she's afraid of is she's afraid of meeting somebody afterwards, because for women, the safety or the lack of safety comes when you're meeting a man in a strange place, and what happens after that. I think that's where you feel like it's unsafe. But it's like anything. I mean, when I was younger, not telling you how long ago, we met people in bars. Well, that wasn't safe, and we were all under the influence of alcohol at the time. So there's some lack of safety there as well. It looks different. But I can understand what she says. But
She's afraid of meeting a man, and that's what I mean. I'm like, once you understand technology, then technology allows you to meet 100 men, 100,000 men.
Yes.
That's what technology lets you do. So I feel when people are like, I'm afraid to meet a man, I'm like, you're afraid to meet a dozen then. You're going to meet a dozen in the first 25 minutes, just by the way. And because you know what's going to happen is if you don't experiment too much meeting people in that way, the next step is what happened right here, which is like, you're going to meet a man at the hotel lobby, and that's going to be the go-to.
It was the executive lounge.
Exactly, the executive lounge. That's a safer place.
A safer place than the lobby.
So, and I don't disagree. I'm just saying, okay, that's perfect. But I mean, that's also like, that's a different, and she's afraid to meet a man, but I mean, do you have to draw it out so that it becomes like a one-night stand? I think there's a duality, and I love that you're down, and it was time for you to bust your damn. Like I said, it's been 13 years for somebody, but I'm just wondering.
There's different. 13 years for me, but it was a fun and playful encounter. Let's put it that way.
And I think that's a good thing for people to realize that, you're going to have a fun and playful encounter, because that's exactly what it should be. I want to get into the details, but we should have another show for that.
We could have another show for that.
We do need another show for that. There should be like, okay, now there'll be the confession of what happened. I think you've been really open. I want to travel.
You're welcome.
I like it. I love it. I love your energy. I love that. Yeah, I'll take this bald guy on. Let's just do something, get there, and boom, you could stay with me.
Oh. Yeah, you're fun.
At least digitally I'm fun, right? And digital I'm fun.
Yeah, I would definitely travel with you.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's about companionship. It's about having somebody you can laugh with. It's about having somebody go, hey, let's go to, here, at a weird hour and go make videos because nobody's there and that kind of thing.
It's like at least when you're looking out the cool view that you got in your executive suite and getting that like bang and be like, yeah, woo! The world is ours. It's like the only thing you don't have. Imagine where, you know what I mean? It's like that's like the cherry on top. Like, how often do we get to do that? Travel and then with a lover. Oh, or that's not a one-night stand. I was in Mexico and I met a woman on Tinder. Fucking awesome connection. And I met her and I immediately, it was a video call that led to like a meetup. And it was immediate. Like, she was like, come over now. I was like, no. I was like, I'll wait till tomorrow. Don't worry. That's what I mean as well. Because I've been meeting people and I don't have to like, I can like plan and then I don't have to hurry. It doesn't have to happen immediately. No, if you're in the same hotel, I could see that kind of being like, oh, well, let me go take a shower. I'll show up. There's all sorts of fun stuff. I've never had a hotel hookup.
Well, this is my first. I will tell you, this is the first time. Yeah. I'm usually, to be honest, I will go up to the executive lounge because it's a change of scenery from my room. And they have food there for free and I can get a glass of wine. But I sit in front of a computer and an extended screen, and so nobody talks to me. Because why would you? I'm working. Nobody wants to bother you.
So how did it work with this guy?
He got up. He was working by the window. I was working. I have to be by outlet always because my device is never charged. And he was just across from me. And he was working on his computer, and he gets up, and he smiled. And he said, "You shouldn't work so hard." And I go, "Oh, it's the story of my life." And then he left. And then he comes back like 10 minutes later, maybe 10 minutes later, dressed in his gym clothes. And he hands me his phone number, folded up. I still have it. I could show it to you. And said, "I'm going to the gym for 30 minutes. Maybe you'd like to meet me for a glass of wine." And so I put his phone number in my phone and I texted him. I said, "Hey, this is me." Introduce myself, whatever. And thought nothing of it. I thought, okay, I'll go meet him down at the bar for a glass of wine.
Yeah, right.
And then he texts me back and with a picture of a bottle of like the hotel bottle of wine, the little short one, the ones that come in the mini bar. And he said, "Hey, these are cold. Would you like to stop by? This is my room number, 1407." And I said, "Oh, are you in a suite? Because that doesn't sound like a suite." And he said, "No." I go, "I'm in an executive suite. So
Come here.
I said, "Why don't you come up here? Or we can meet down at the bar and then maybe, you could come up but it's a living room. It's like inviting somebody over to your house."
Sure, yeah.
So I'm not like inviting them into my bed. Going into somebody's hotel room that it's just a bed was weird. I invited him to my living room. So this is how I justify it. And so I ordered a bottle of wine because I don't drink cheap wine. So I ordered a bottle of Malbec, which was expensive, by the way, and had it delivered to the room. And so we sat and talked for a long, long time and had a glass of wine. So it wasn't like, "Hey, come to my bed and fuck me." Sorry, can I say that on TikTok? I don't know. That's not what it was. It was, come hang out. We, listened to music. We chatted for a long time. I learned about his businesses in Madrid and, all of this stuff. And, we talked about we probably spent 2 hours talking about all the different locations in the world that we had traveled, because he's a big traveler. He's a big scuba diver. And so he had been, he was going to Egypt and he was telling me and he showed me this place in Spain that is like a secret sea. And so we were looking at that. And then we were looking out the window because I'm on the 24th floor. So at night, this place lights up. It's gorgeous. And then next thing I know, he's on the back of my neck. And so, I'm sorry, there's just some things I can't resist. I have no willpower. So that was it. Especially after a glass of wine.
Oh my God. No inhibition.
But there was a half a bottle left, so it wasn't like I was drunk.
You're drunk on lust.
I was drunk on something, yeah. Yeah.
No, congratulations. I don't know how long it's been, but you can't have that. You could have had 2 of them. It would have been even better.
I don't know about that. I don't think I could handle 2.
No, well, that was it. I think that was the beginning of,
Yes.
a night of passion. He went twice.
He did.
That's nice. Did he eat it?
Yes.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as he ate it. I like that. I think that's the key. I think that's a big deal between like lovers, right? You can just go into this it's what happens when you go into it, right? And it's, there's some sterility to it too sometimes when it's just a one night stand or just when it's not your partner.
Well, and it wasn't like 5 minutes. What I remembered was 5 minutes. This was not 5 minutes. This was like an hour each time.
Nice. You took it. He's an athlete. He worked out. He went for the gym. The gym helps you stay I wonder what he did in the gym. I wonder what he did with you, actually. I'm like, twice. I wonder what he did. I can already have a sense. I'm like, you're a good girl. She listens. She listened in there. She just probably was like zipped it and did as told. How old was he? Was the common question going around.
Ah,
She doesn't remember. Remember? She's
I
fucking
didn't ask.
26.
No. He's a businessman, and from the comments he made about how long he had a business in Seville for 5 years, and then he's been in Madrid for 7 or 8 years. So he's got to be at least 40.
They're making up. Everyone's making weird assumptions.
But he didn't look like he didn't look old. Not that 40's old, but he didn't look like, I mean, he's obviously taken really good care of himself. He was there because he was doing a touch up on his hair plugs. So, his looks were important.
The hair plugs. That's an interesting thing.
Also, I don't have a problem with any of that. I mean, I take care of myself as well. So,
Plastic surgery?
I've had some things done, not on my face, but in other places on my body.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're very full. I can only assume.
Yes.
Ooh, we can talk about that. That's an interesting subject.
Let's do that on another one.
I like that subject a lot, actually. I'm like, okay. So yeah, he was bouncing around, probably having all sorts of fun too with those.
Yes, probably. Yes, he did mention that a couple of times. So.
Nice. So yeah. So you're ready. You're like equipped for fun.
I just enjoy having fun, to be honest. If it's just going out with my friends, and I'm usually the one everybody is kind of the life of the party, I guess. And
All the
I
wine.
don't get, well, the life of the party of one. Is that what you said? Or
No,
the wine?
you have the wine, so.
No, and I'm not a heavy drinker. If I have 2 glasses, I'm done. Can't do more than 2 glasses. But I also I can't drink cheap wine. Cheap wine makes me so sick.
You need to be drinking like $100 worth of wine.
This one was, I don't know, it was 4,800 lira. So that's like $110 a bottle.
Where do you go in Saudi Arabia?
I'm going to Dammam this time, probably, which is the eastern province. I have not been to Riyadh and Jeddah yet. I went to Saudi for the first time in February. And
Really? So there's like international schools there, or are you talking about AI teaching?
no, international schools. There's 2 big groups that I work with, and then a single school. And Aramco's there. Aramco is the Saudi oil. And so they have a big school group, and then there's another big school group. There's a lot of oil there, so you get a lot of international people that are living in that area. I work pretty exclusively with international schools. I have some government contracts I'm currently working on, but I'm not, we haven't popped that cherry, let's just say. So, but everything else is international.
Is it like your company hasn't popped the fucking government cherry yet?
Yes, not in the international world, no. In other
The
places,
government international cherry. That's so weird. There's so many there's so many governments. Is there a government of governments?
we are huge in Canada, by the way, huge.
Okay,
Are
and
you-
you talk
are you in
about using
Are you in
AI.
Alberta?
Yeah.
Yeah, every public and private school in Alberta uses our programs.
Damn. We're in
But-
it, and you're in, and this is a place.
I don't.
They've developed good people here in Alberta.
Yeah, well, and we have two people that are residents in Canada who work for our company.
I don't care. I'd rather go to Istanbul and go to Dubai and play.
I cover the world except for the Americas.
We were talking about some good just sec. Okay, Saudi Arabia.
Change that subject.
I just like
Oh no, you're asking me about Saudi Arabia.
I'm bouncing around, just getting to know you. All sorts of fun stuff. We found out about all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, and you're traveling around. You're not going anywhere home like anytime soon.
No, Sunday. I'm going to Portugal.
Okay, Sunday you're going back to Portugal.
Yeah, I'll be in Portugal most of the summer, and then I'll come to Arizona. I have a condo in Arizona that I need to go and figure out. I've got a renter in there right now, but I think they're leaving.
Oh no.
So I need to go figure that
Is
one
it
out.
Fancy Pants, Arizona?
It is North Scottsdale, Phoenix. Yes.
I've been to Scottsdale,
Have you
Phoenix.
been? Have you
Yeah.
been to Desert Ridge?
Tempe and all those. No, I don't know about Desert Ridge.
Okay. This is North Phoenix, Desert Ridge area, and sits next to Scottsdale. And so, yeah, I have a condo that
Oh, so
I.
it's not like a gated house with like a big old gate and a
No,
man
it's not.
protecting it.
I am not rich. You have decided that I am this
Well,
incredible,
I mean, I
wealthy
want you to be
person.
rich. I want a
I know.
rich lover. I want a really, really, really wealthy lover.
Yeah,
I want a
sorry.
very wealthy lady who's like so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, sorry.
I want to be
So,
her fine wine, you know. Oh my God, she needs me.
yeah, I do well for myself, but I am definitely not I am not rich.
You got high heels? You wear high heels?
Of course I do.
Nice one, like little cute
Very
ones.
bougie. I'm told I'm very bougie. Because I work in the Middle East, my wardrobe has to be like top designer brands because that's what they know. You know, I've got a Chanel purse and so I always look good. I always dress well because that is the expectation in the Middle East.
I
So
like fancy ladies. I do. I don't want a lady who does not fancy. I want her to be more mature than me, very intelligent. I need her to be so smart, so fucking smart. That's the sexiest. And then yeah, she's got to wear little sandals for me in the bedroom for sure, that show off her toes and stuff. She's got to be ready for the juice. She's ready to play in that little hotel room, like do just for me. You know, she'd be ready. She's excited to come back just because she know I'll be ready there on the couch every day, twice a day at least.
I don't
Whatever
know.
time she needs it. Oh, there it is.
Used to
Me.
live in Phoenix. Scottsdale is a rich area. I can't read the rest of it because I can't see. I have to put my glasses on. Stevie Nicks and Mike Tyson live there. Yes, I have a Mike Tyson story. I have a Mike Tyson story. I was going to visit a doctor, and there was a physical therapist office below, and he had pulled up with his Rolls Royce and got out of the car and was working out in the physical therapist had a gym next door, and Mike Tyson was working out with the physical therapist, and there was at least 20 bodyguards surrounding the area. But that's my Mike Tyson story. It's really boring. So
Now, you got all sorts of good stories. You're in. You're in, Worrior. I love it. I love it. I think you've got so much trouble going your way. You're going to be fucking like New World Order. And plus, you know AI.
I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I'm not as, that's my summer job is I'm going to immerse myself to learn more. I've got a couple of courses I'm taking, and I work with a guy that does a lot with AI that has given me some tips and some things that I need to investigate. It's just playing. At the end of the day, it's playing with the apps, it's playing with the programs, it's understanding the algorithms and teaching. You have to teach it. We have AI that I use quite often. I call him Chad. You know, and so I teach Chad what I want him to do, and he does it really well. So it's, all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I went to the same high school that Stevie Nicks went to, by the way. Somebody had said that Stevie Nicks and Mike Tyson.
So you're totally an Arizona girl.
Yeah, I also went to high school, the same high school as David Spade.
David Spade.
Mm-hmm. And Dick
How old
Van
is
Dyke.
David Spade? How old is David Spade? How old did you guys go at the same time?
I didn't say I went to school with him. I said I went to the same high school he was at.
Who did you go to high school with?
Who did I go to high school with?
Anyone famous?
No, not that I know.
Fuck. Okay.
Not
Okay,
that
Warrior. I mean, what are you going to do for the rest of the day now?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm going to let you go. What are you going to do?
Well, what am I going to do the rest of my day? I'm going to go to the gym, and I have to put together a presentation I'm doing on Saturday because I'm speaking on Saturday, so I need to prepare something.
Yeah, I love all that travel. I want to go to a fancy room in Istanbul and stuff. I want to feel earthquakes,
Yeah, I'm
but I
here
want to
until
have fun. I want to do some bouncing on the couch. Like I want
I'm here
that.
until Monday. You know,
Oh
come
yeah,
on.
I'm in Canada.
I know. Oh,
Come on, look at
well,
her.
for
Like, that's
sure.
an
You know,
imagination. Just so you know, you got an imagination on you.
I do.
I
Well,
know. Thank you for that. I appreciate being a part of it.
oh, hey, Jacob, you're fun. You're a
I
lot of
know.
fun.
It's just the start, lady. Let's have a long-term relationship, okay?
Okay, we're in.
You promise?
Yeah.
All right, fuck, I'm down. I'm not going anywhere. I want to run this show anywhere I go.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
fine. I'm a nomad too, right? I could run this kind of anywhere I go.
Oh, you could run this anywhere. But
Exactly. So as long as you understand who I am, don't expect anything
we need to
different.
we need to have a business meeting in the Algarve
On
so
the
I can
couch,
show-
just like a business meeting.
no, so I could show you what it could potentially be. There's an amazing spot on the water.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It would be the coolest studio. And you could actually do something where you could have creators behind glass doing their shows, and then you could like have a wine bar. So people are watching the creators and could hear it, and they could just come in and listen to the creators, watch the creators while they're on TikTok or wherever they are. And then you could have wine and you could have all kinds. It would be so cool. I'm telling you, this would be an amazing business venture.
You know what? I'm looking for people who want to. I love your idea. If it's that, then that could be it. It could be it because there's going to be ideas thrown, and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And if it's the right people, they have to be real. And you
Just
can't
so you know.
it can't just be a fantasy.
No, are you kidding? I owned a
You know, we
mortgage-
don't even know your name.
That's a good thing. I will tell you, I'm not telling anybody else.
Oh, nice. I'm in.
Yeah. But
I like that. At least you're smart enough that if you don't want your name out there, don't use it as your profile.
no. And I owned a mortgage company for many years. It was extremely successful. I owned a limousine company. That's another stories to tell you.
Did you drive the limousine?
When I had to, I did.
Oh
But
my God, you drove the limo. Oh, you chauffeured the limo.
once in a while, I had one guy that I picked up, and I like jewelry, and I have a lot of pretty nice jewelry. And so I had a guy that I drove that was Canadian, actually. Some big shot in Canada. I can't remember his name, but he was a 10% investor in the musical Wicked. And he would request me, and I was the only one and so when he came in, I had to drive him.
Okay.
He wouldn't allow anybody else to pick him up.
No hanky panky at work there.
Yeah, no hanky panky with him, but he would always get his phone out and video like our entire ride and like chat with his friends and say, "Look who's driving my car. Look at this lady."
So it was recently, like if that phone was out there, it wasn't that long ago. Like
It was probably in the last. Maybe it was like 12 years ago. It was before I left to go to Europe in 2013. So it was before that I remember he would show all of his friends who was driving him. He got such a kick out of that. And so I always had to drive him.
a hot blonde
I guess.
who owned her own companies.
Yeah. So
I'm interested. I like it all. I'm in.
I am an entrepreneur, so I could get you going there.
And you got sexy little high heels.
I do. I have
Cute toes?
Are you kidding? I have the cutest toes. I just had them done yesterday.
Well, I'm interested.
And my fingers.
Those are important. Like I'm wondering why your vlogs suck so bad if you got cute toes and fingernails. What's going on? I'm picking on you. I didn't mean to pick on you. It means I like
it's
you.
awful because I don't have time, and this is I've maybe 2 months, 3 months into TikTok. That's the only thing I've ever posted on there. I don't know what to post.
Yeah.
I don't know what to put on there.
No, I travel around the world and I'll post pictures of the food and some wardrobe pictures just to fly with
I don't know what to post. So you can give me some tips. on
Yeah.
that,
If you
too.
ask me, I'll give you tips.
Yeah, because
Lulu,
it's
no,
awful. Tit for tat. So anyway, I have work to do. You have sleep to do. So I will
I'm
thank
gonna
you
stay here for a few more minutes. I'm having fun. I liked it. I like talking to you. Thank you for showing up. I'm probably gonna have clips of our conversation.
And you're going to post it somewhere?
Yeah, yeah, well, I probably will. Of like
Okay.
people, so people can know I could talk to people.
Okay, but just don't,
You know, AI will cut it up, so it won't be up to me.
okay, just be careful.
I'd love to. Well, we don't know who you are,
Yeah, that's really good.
and it depends on your privacy level. You don't even show the face; it's just the name. It's just like it's about the voice, right? So, but I had fun actually. I want to go to. I
We
want
could
to
do this
travel.
again. We
I
could
want to
do
do it
this.
all. You know, I want to have fun. I want to go all the way. I just came from traveling so much. I travel. I meet people.
Could make it more thematic next time.
Yeah, let's make it thematic. Like
Yeah,
no
I like
sleeve
it.
shirts.
I was thinking more on topics
The topic is actually the relationship. That's ruin. That's always going to be the topic. Who you fucking? That's the topic.
that's the topic. Okay, wonderful.
We didn't go that far back for you because you're like a wild. You're a beast. You have a lot of. We could dig and dig with you. I have a feeling we never get nowhere.
Uh, mm, okay, let's leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. English with Bex. She's pissed with me. It's almost 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. I love you, Bex. Not in Istanbul.
No, in Istanbul it's 1.
Yeah,
1 o'clock.
she's on the other side of the world. Do you know how to ditch me, or do you want me to say goodbye?
I'll let that. I'm not sure how. Yeah,
You're
you said
beautiful. I'm gonna look at you. Yeah, send me messages. I don't know. Don't get too don't get too because yeah, it's like we've had a pretty open discussion on this app. You realize that it's hardcore. Like we got to know each other.
yeah, it's a little unnerving that 132.
I know. I could tell.
And
It's so
yeah.
don't get too. I don't think it's up to you, but you don't have to get. This isn't like a lot too much red wine. It's actually a good thing.
Okay, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I hope you should, just so you know, because I can sense it all. Because yeah, I'm a beast too.
Sounds good. Well, have a good night.
I
Sleep.
love you. Actually, I love you. I
Love
adore
you
you. Thank you. Have a good
too.
one, girl. Whose name I don't know. Bye.
Bye.
No, she can see me. Hi. What's your name? Christina, Jessica, Bex. You should come on my show.